What is up, HC Kids? Welcome back to another episode of HC Kids TV. Today I have a very special announcement, and that is that this summer, coming to you, is the Backyard Olympics. HC Kids Camp 2020 is going to be online this year. We're doing the Backyard Olympics. We're going to be giving out some challenges for you guys and girls to participate in, and we're going to be doing some crazy stuff as well. So make sure you're here for that, because that's going to be a lot of fun. And to celebrate this momentous occasion, I figured today we would be giving a tour of my car. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Right now I'm in my trunk, and throughout the rest of the episode you'll get to see the other cool places within my car. So before that, we're going to kick it over to our first segment, which is rating random things, which sounds a little weird, but I think it'll be good. I heard it was trending on TikTok, so it's gotta be good. Alright, check this out.
Alright, so here's this lovely pen. It's my favorite pen to write with. It writes smoothly. The ink is nice. The only problem is it's hard to keep it in one place. I feel like I keep losing this pen. You know, how your favorite pen just gets up and walks away, or like your favorite marker or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'd say it grows legs and walks away. So because of that, I'm saying it's an 8 out of 10.
There's something called masking tape, so I thought I would give it a try. Okay, so after a few minutes with this, I don't think this makes a really good mask. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it 0 stars, 2 thumbs down, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna say no.
What is up, HC Kids? I am here and I have something very cool that I found in my basement. It's kind of a hidden gem. But now I can sit in front of the TV, have a tray in front of me, and I can put all my food on it. Check it out. All I gotta do is sit right in there. It should work, right? Let's see. I can't get my leg in. I don't know if you guys can see this, but yeah, what is the point of this thing? It's so small. Like, a normal person cannot fit in this thing. How am I supposed to use it? It wasn't for me.
Here's Toby the cute pupper. He's trying to take a nap. He's got lots of fur, perfect for petting. He's got little paws, perfect to run around. He's got floppy ears. Basically, he's the cutest, and there's nothing wrong. He's the most amazing. 10 out of 10.
Well, that was great. I learned a lot of things about a lot of cool stuff. Now, I just want to say, before we get to our next segment, if you have a sibling who's in pre-K, preschool, they're a little bit younger than you, we have a really cool preschool program that we actually are uploading YouTube videos for. We got our circle time videos where we talk about the Bible story. We got our little worship songs for the little kids. So make sure if you have any siblings or know anyone with kids of that age that you shoot them that way, because we got a lot of cool stuff coming every week for them. Now I want to get ready for our next segment here, which is family stories. And before that, right now, I just want to say, this part of my car here that I'm in currently, this is kind of like not really the passenger seat, because that's up front, but it's behind the passenger seat. I never really sit back here because I'm usually driving, but it's pretty comfortable. I should sit back here more often. Anyway, here, check out these family stories.
Okay, family story time. So, this is my favorite cup in the whole world. It's not a mug, but it's not like a glass either. I don't know. I call it a cup because, what can you call it? Like a chalice? A goblet? Nah, none of that works. Anyway, so it's made by a family friend of ours who is a potter, and he made it and I got to keep it, which is really cool. But my favorite thing about this cup is not about the cup itself, it's what specifically you put in the cup. You put a really cool drink in the cup called a rattlesnake, which is a soda drink that my dad learned how to make when he was an Eagle Scout and his troop took a trip to New Mexico. They went to New Mexico and the people in New Mexico told him how to make this really cool fizzy drink called a rattlesnake. And it is Dr. Pepper, squirt, and ginger ale, and you put equal parts of each in the glass, and it's one of the most delicious sodas you've ever had in your life. So, there you go. Family story time.
Hey everyone, I wanted to share something that has been around in my family for generations and generations. My grandfather, his grandfather before that, I mean, so many people have been affected by this thing. And even today, when we have holiday get-togethers, there's some family members that are concerned. A lot of controversy that follows this specific thing. You know, some people call it magical. Some people even refer to it as a fruit. I'm not sure. I don't know about that. I don't know if it's a fruit. I don't think there's any magic to it. I think it's just science and what happens to your body. And so I think it's important for you to know about this. But also, some people say that, maybe you've learned this, that the Wright brothers were actually credited with the first flight, the first airplane flying. But it's actually not true. It's from my family. Long time ago, and it's because of this item that made it happen. Actually, some people said when this did happen, the very first flight, that he propelled my great grandfather, Rupert. He propelled into orbit. You know, he was, if SpaceX needs any help, I would be glad to lend my assistance. There's controversy over this, but this has been in my family a long time, and it's done us a lot of good, also caused us a lot of pain. And so what I'm referring to, of course, is beans. And so, like I said, I don't think there's anything magical about it. I don't think it's a fruit, but I do know that it makes you too. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for your flight. Thank you for your service. Thank you for the beans. So I have got this chair right here, and you may be thinking, Kyle, that's just a chair. Like, what is so special about it? You can actually see I've got another one hanging up. And hey, there's an umbrella, a beach umbrella in there. But about 8 years ago, my wife and I went to the beach down in Florida, and we were having a great time, and we decided to go to Walmart because we wanted to get our very own beach chairs. And so every day we went down to the beach and we sat in these chairs and we relaxed, and we started to realize that we always had sand on our butts. And we're like, what in the world is going on? Why do I have so much sand in my butt? And then we realized they're kids' chairs. Had no idea. We realized when we saw all these older couples with big chairs, and we realized why are ours so small? Because they're for little kids. So now my little kid uses it. So now I know when you buy a chair, and that's probably the reason why it was $5 as a kid's chair.
Man, great stories, weren't they? All right, next, you'll see that the next part of the tour here, I'm actually in between the driver's seat and the seat behind it. It's pretty cramped back here. I don't know why anyone would be down here, but here we are. It's part of the tour. You got to see it. It's pretty cool. Here's the bottom of the seat. Here's the bottom of the other seat. Cool stuff, right? Okay, next. If you're looking for our worship videos, we have a cool one that we uploaded earlier this month. We also have some other ones from the past few months as well. So they're uploaded on our channel. You can go check those out and get a little bit of dancing in for this morning, or whenever you're watching this. And with that said, we're going to jump right into our Bible story for today. So check this out.
Well, today we're talking a little bit about trust and how we can trust God no matter what, no matter when. And so I was thinking about this the other day because I think a lot of us really, really like having control. We like having control of things, and we don't like really giving up control of things. And so my son really wanted to help me make breakfast the other day. And so he scoots his chair over to the counter where I was making breakfast. I was making an omelet for everyone. So I was making a really big omelet, so I had eggs getting ready. And there's a spot right next to the stove where the counter was all set up, and I had the eggs out and everything, and I needed to stand right there. Now he wanted to help, and so he was supposed to put his chair next to me. And as soon as I turned around and went to the refrigerator for something else, he had moved his chair into my spot where all the stuff was set up. And I told him that he couldn't be there because I needed to be in that spot, because that was the area where I had everything already set up and everything was right next to the stove. And so if he could be next to me, that would be awesome, because that would have just worked out really, really well and we could do this. And he did not want to move. He wanted to stay in that spot because he had already moved his chair over. And I told him again, you need to move. And so he moved, and then the next time I turned around again, he moved his chair right back into my spot. And I told him, you have to get out of the spot. And he, again, did not want to move. And it got me thinking about how we often do that when it comes to God and our relationship with God, and just kind of how we view things in our world. See, God asks to kind of take number one priority, the number one spot in our life. And for us to completely trust Him, that means that we the word yield means that we listen to Him, that His way is the better way. And so we're going to go His way instead of our way when it comes to making our decisions and just everything that we do. And so one of the things that we do is we yield to God, with Him being the Lord of our life. And so we put Him in the driver's seat. We put Him steering the direction. We put Him in control. And then we trust and we come alongside Him and we follow Him. But oftentimes, we like to take control of things. We like to maybe put a little bit more trust in ourselves, and we move our seat right over into the driver's spot, or right over into the main spot where God is supposed to be, and we try to take control of things. Especially right now when things look so different for everyone, it looks so different for us trying to finish school or whatever it is that looks different in your world right now. It's so easy for us to kind of just slide our chair over right into the middle spot where God is supposed to be and where God is God. And so I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about verses, some of my favorite verses in the Bible, Matthew chapter 6, where it talks about worry. And it talks about how we worry about so many things, and, well, God, if you're God, then are you going to take care of this for me? Or, God, if you're God, then are you going to do this? When's this going to happen? All of this. And Jesus is sharing this story, this sermon. He's sharing this message, and he's saying, you don't have to worry about those things. As a matter of fact, why don't you seek first His kingdom, God's kingdom? Why don't you seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, His right way of living? Go after those things first. Put God in control. Put God in His spot, in His seat, number one in your life. Seek those things first, and then all the other things that you're worried about, all the other things that you're concerned about, all the other things that you're not sure how they're going to go, all those other things will be added to you as well. The Bible says in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. And then it says, therefore, don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow has enough worry for itself. Just focus on today, and don't focus on all the things you need to worry about today, but focus on how you can have God at number one in control in your life. And so give God the spot that He deserves. Give Him number one in your heart, because that is the only way to help us stay calm and remember who really is in control of everything. And so I want you today to remember to trust God no matter what and no matter when. And remember, when we get the urge to kind of slide our chair into His spot, we get the urge to kind of take control over things again, instead of giving that control to Him and understanding and trusting that He is in control, I want you to resist that urge. Pray. Say, God, I know I'm trying to do this. Please help me not to. Please help me to trust You. Talk to your parents, talk to someone else in your home about what you're feeling and what you're dealing with, because that is so important to making sure that we keep God number one in control of our heart and of our mind, and then in all of our actions. And so we can trust God no matter what, no matter when.
Well, that is it for today's episode, HC Kids. So I'm going to end the tour here in no better spot than the driver's seat, where I drive when I'm going places in my car. Hope you liked the video. If you liked it, leave a like and make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be uploading more videos that are really cool, even cooler than this even. And make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss HC Kids Camp 2020 Backyard Olympics coming to you late June. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing some weird stuff. And we have some other cool players who are going to be in here playing some Olympic sports together. So you don't want to miss that. Make sure you check it out and have a good rest of your week. I'm Steven. I have been Steven, and I will always be Steven. See you next time.